I haven't prepared a speech because I didn't know until I got here I was going to speak, but I tell you, I won't keep it short for that reason. No, this is probably the biggest demonstration I've seen in Hull in many a year, and we should be proud that we stood together in solidarity with Jeremy Corbyn today. Less than a year ago, Jeremy Corbyn was elected with 60% of Labour Party members voting for him. That wasn't just a fight back against austerity and the cuts that up and down this country. It was also a rejection of the Westminster bubble. It was a rejection of an unaccountable group of people that do not want to listen to the people of the country. And what it was about was people fed up with the conveyor belt politics, the PR advisors, the special advisors, leading on to be MPs, and that has got to be changed. We've got to have a situation where ordinary people in this city can represent their communities and go on and represent and be the members of Parliament, so that in a sense from the top to the bottom there's accountability. A week ago this country, in my view, unfortunately voted for Brexit. They voted for Brexit because many core supporters of the Labour Party and other parties didn't get the message. They wrongly in many ways blamed migrants and immigrants for what was going on in this country, and it isn't in a set. And the real issue in those communities was the collapse of public services. It was lack of school places, it was lack of hospital places, and that is the doctrine of austerity that causes that. That's not the fault of immigrants, that's not the fault of people who come into work. That is austerity, and we need a strong Labour Party to lead that fight back. What happened a week ago was the Tories were in disarray following Brexit, and what we needed was the Labour Party to step up and lead that fight back on austerity. We're particularly disappointed that at a time when people were looking in this country for the Labour Party to lead that fight back, the Labour Party decided to fight amongst itself. That's not acceptable, because the people of this country need a strong Labour Party. They need a Labour Party to lead that fight back on that austerity agenda. And you know what? People say to you, this was an incidental coup. It wasn't planned. Well, I'll tell you what was planned. AngelaForLeader.com domain name and website was registered 2 days before she resigned from the shadow cabinet. So how can that do not tell me this wasn't planned? Certainly for Angela Eagle, it was clearly planned. What we do need is the Labour Party to lead that fight back. We need a united Labour Party, and I tell you what, you can't be part of that struggle for membership of the Labour Party if you're not in the Labour Party. So what I'd suggest to you is go away from this meeting today. If you're in the Labour Party, get involved. If you're not in the Labour Party, please go home and join and lead that. Be part of that campaign. Be part of that campaign for change in this country, because we need a Labour Party to lead the fight back against austerity in this country. Thanks for coming today. Keep up the fight. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Darren. Come on, big round of applause for Darren Earl. Come on. I want to